They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum where people come to see them. They really are a scream, the Addams Family. So get a witch's shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're gonna pay a call on the Addams Family. We're gonna pay a call on the Addams Family. Well, hello everybody. Happy Halloween. Yes. I want to tell you something a little bit about Addams Family. Charles Addams was an artist and a writer, and he created the Addams Family. He lived in Westfield, New Jersey, and so the sitcom, the original sitcom that came out in the early 60s, I believe 63 or 64, was set in Westfield, New Jersey. It was set Westfield, New Jersey, at 1 Cemetery Lane. Now, the house was near a cemetery, adjacent to a cemetery, and then a swamp. And of course, this is what it was in the sitcom. And now, actually, Charles Addams wrote The Addams Family in 1938. And I believe he had some cartoons or something like that. I just thought I'd let you know. So let's remember some of these characters in the sitcom. First of all, you remember Thing, don't you? Put his hand out of the box. And then there was Lurch, who never spoke. I think only just a few times that he spoke in the show, because normally he didn't speak. And so there was Gomez and Morticia and Wednesday. That was the little girl. And then there was Pugsley, the boy. And Pugsley had a pet octopus. I thought that was kind of funny. And we can't forget Grandmama and Uncle Fester, right? So, yeah, a lot of memories there back in those days. We had some wonderful sitcoms, didn't we? So, that was the Addams Family theme. Now, when the movie came out, I think they came out maybe early 90s, something like that. It was actually set in Iowa, not New Jersey. So that's another story. But anyway, let's get to some songs. We're going to be doing some tunes from the past that have that connotation of about magic and the devils and all that stuff. So let's go back. Let's go back in the past and celebrate Halloween in music. Okay? All right. That old black magic has me in a spell. That old black magic that you weave so well. Those icy figures up and down my spine. The same old witchcraft in your eyes make mine. The same old tingle that I feel inside. Then the elevator starts its ride. Down and down I go, round and round I go like a leaf that's called a tide. I should stay away, but what can I do? I hear your name, and I'm aflame with such a burning desire that only your kiss can put out the fire. Oh, you're the lover I had waited for. You're the fate that fate had me created for, and every time your lips meet mine, darling, down and down I go, round and round I go in a spin. Loving that spin I'm in. I do that old black magic called love. Smith, right? And a Doris Day hit record. You sigh, a song begins. You speak and I hear violins. It's magic. The stars desert the sky and rush to nestle in your eyes. It's magic without a golden one or mystic charms. Fantastic things begin when I am in your arms. When we walk hand in hand, the world becomes a wonderland. It's magic. How else can I explain those rainbows when there is no rain? It's magic. Why do I tell myself these things that happen are all really true? When in my heart I know the magic is my love for you. Doris Day, yeah. I'm gonna take I forgot my phone was up there, and I think it might be a good idea for me to shut it off, right? Or turn it down or something. Okay, it's down. Yeah, I almost forgot about that. Okay. Put this over here. Okay. Shannon, I want you to get a close-up of this picture, and I'm going to tell them about it. I'd like you to see this picture of a gentleman by the name of Stephen Silbert. And just put this up here for a minute. Now, Stephen, is that okay? Mm-hmm. Stephen is the son of Muriel Levy, and Arnie and Muriel that live over on Holly Branch. And several times when he was visiting from Salem, Mass, where he lives, he would bring Arnie's guitar, who has an acoustic guitar, bring it to the lounge and play with me. And Muriel was always on drums and the snare. And it was absolutely a terrific evening. Stephen is an amazing musician. He plays electric guitar, but I told him, but he hit the acoustic there. And I really like an acoustic guitar playing with me. I feel more comfortable with an acoustic guitar. Well, all I can say is Stephen is just an amazing musician. He can play anything. He doesn't need anything in front of him, don't need any music. He follows me. He's just absolutely marvelous. And so I want you to see the picture of Stephen, because I wrote a song for Muriel and Stephen and Arnie. And so, and let me turn this around. And Shannon will let me know if it's okay. How does it look? Looks good, Shannon? Okay. So, he really has impressed me so much. And I was doing this Halloween show, and I thought, I'm going to write a song about Stephen, Salem, Massachusetts. And so, folks, this is a song that I wrote. It's called The Guitar Man of Salem, Mass. I hope you like it. And I hope Muriel and Arnie and Stephen like it. Okay, here we go. Now, one thing I want to tell you about is that Halloween music, for those folks that know about major and minor chords, Halloween music is quite often and usually played in minor keys. It gives you that kind of like a haunting feel. feeling in the songs. I love minor keys anyway, so if, minor chords, I should say. So you folks, like I said, who are musicians and understand what I'm talking about, here we go. This is the Guitar Man of Salem, Mass. You can hear him in the night. He can give you such a fright. The Guitar Man of Salem, Mass. His sounds are haunting and not inviting. I think to myself, how long will they last? Where are they coming from? Are they near or are they far? Who is he? Why is he here? To him I want to ask, but I'm afraid. Could he be a ghost from the past? The Guitar Man of Salem, Mass. The song is not familiar. It sounds so familiar. Could the tortured witches from the past be haunting me as I listen to the Guitar Man of Salem, Mass? Something tells me to walk closer. Should I be scared? Should I be afraid? Who could be there in this town with a haunting past? The Guitar Man of Salem, Mass. You can hear him in the night. He can give you such a fright. The Guitar Man of Salem, Mass. The sounds are haunting and not inviting. I think to myself, how long will they last? Where are they coming from? Are they near or are they far? Who is he? Why is he here? To him I want to ask, but I'm afraid. Could he be a ghost from the past? The Guitar Man of Salem, Mass. The song is not familiar. It sounds so peculiar. Could tortured witches from the past be haunting me as I listen to the Guitar Man of Salem, Mass? Something tells me to walk closer. Should I be scared? Should I be afraid? Who could be there in this town with a haunting past? Listen to the Guitar Man of Salem, Mass. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch, old witch, the wicked witch. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. Wake up, you sleepyhead. Rub your eyes, get out of bed. Wake up, the wicked witch is dead. She's gone where the goblins go below. Below, below, yo-ho. Let's open up and sing and ring the bells out. A ding-dong, merry-yo. Sing it high, sing it low. Let them know the wicked witch is dead. You know what show that came from, didn't you? Ah, let me hear ya. Wizard of Oz, right. Ding-dong, the witch is dead. Witch, old witch, the wicked witch. Ding-dong, the wicked witch is dead. Wake up, you sleepyhead. Rub your eyes, get out of bed. Wake up, the wicked witch is dead. She's gone below, below, yo-ho. Let's open up and sing and ring the bells out and ding dong merry. Sing it high, sing it low. Let them know the wicked witch is dead. Let's let them know the wicked witch is dead. Oh my goodness. All right. Frank Sinatra tune. 1963. Good old chairman of the board did it. Those fingers in my hair, that sly come hither stare, that strips my constance bare. It's witchcraft, and I've got no defense for it. The heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you aroused the need in me, my heart said yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. Those fingers in my hair, that sly come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare. It's witchcraft, and I've got no defense for it. The heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know strictly taboo, when you rose and needed me, my heart said yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but what I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. It's witchcraft. Yeah, witchcraft. Whoops. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about nursery rhymes. Now, we said all these nursery rhymes that I'm going to talk about right here. We said these nursery rhymes when we were kids, right? You sang them to your children. Either sang or said them to your children. But sometimes we don't really realize what we're telling them, right? So this is what I want to talk about. First of all, let's say this together. Peter, Peter, pumpkin eater, had a wife that couldn't keep her. Put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well. All right, now, we know that Peter likes to eat pumpkins, right? And his wife wants to leave him. Well, what does he do? He puts her in a pumpkin shell where he keeps her very well. Now, listen to this. Peter imprisons his wife when she attempts to get away from him. Now, probably because he's spending all their money on pumpkins. All right, let's go to the next one. Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall, and down will come baby, cradle and all. That's sweet, huh? Yeah, because it's about rocking a baby. All right. All right, well, basically, this baby is trapped in a tree. It's getting rocked in a cradle by a violent wind. The gusts are so strong that the tree branch from which the baby's hanging in snaps in two, and the baby plummets to the ground. If the child isn't killed, at least it's going to need immediate medical attention. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. So she gave them some broth without any bread, and she whipped them all soundly and sent them to bed. Now, really, folks, this woman needs to be called on by child services. This woman's crazy. Putting all those kids in that shoe and whipping them before they go to bed, all of them. Crazy woman. It's raining, it's pouring. The old man is snoring. He went to bed and bumped his head, and he couldn't get up in the morning. Okay, so this old man, he attempts to go to bed, but somehow he falls and bangs his skull, causing him to slip into a coma. Unable to walk in the morning. Has anyone called paramedics? He probably suffered a concussion. He needs medical help right away. But do they say that? No, they just leave you hanging. Little Miss Muffet. Shannon, you got me. Shannon's laughing. She's got me laughing. I'm trying to stay sober here. No, I'm sober. I'm just saying, trying to stay somber. Right? Whatever I'm supposed to say. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet. Miss Muffet away. All right, look at this little girl was just Shannon don't cut anything out, so this is all in it. This sweet little girl was just trying to relax on her tuffet. I know. Okay. Are you all laughing with me out there? Eating a delicious bowl of curds and whey, when this spider scares her almost to death. All right, folks, listen. Honestly, these nursery rhymes, if you really listen as you're saying them, these are scary nursery rhymes, just like Aesop's fables.
You forgot Ring Around the Rosie.
There was a lot of them I could do, Shannon. There's a lot of them I could do, but these came to me, and I thought, oh. But I remember Aesop's fables. They were scary. They were very scary. Anyway, all right. So that's enough of the humor part of the show. All right. So I'm putting this up right now. That was fun, but it was serious. All right, Shannon. Let's see if we can get that up there. You can let me know if I need to move it. Now I want you to look at this print that I put up there. Back in the day, in the actually the late 1800s, mostly the early 1900s, they found out that by making a colorful, beautiful cover on the sheet music, sold it faster than just having a black and white cover. And this one here is an actual cover of music. If you remember back seeing, I'm sure you've seen them, this big music about this, like this. I mean, it's so big that, but that's what they had in those days. And I remember telling you about my grandmother who played piano in the dime stores, and she put that music up in front of her, that big music up in front of her, play it and sing it for the customers, and if they liked it, they bought it. But anyway, so the next few songs is about the devil, right? Okay, here we go. Devil or angel, I can't make up my mind which one you are. I'd like to wake up and find. Devil or angel, whichever you are, I miss you, I miss you, I miss you. Devil or angel, please say you'll be mine. Love me or leave me, I'll go out of my mind. Devil or angel, whichever you are, I need you, I need you, I need you. You look like an angel, your smile is divine, but you keep me guessing, will you ever be my devil or angel? Please say you'll be mine. Love me or leave me, I've made up my mind. Devil or angel, whichever you are, I love you, I love you, I love you. That song was done by the Clovers and in 1956, and also Bobby V recorded it. Both recordings are wonderful, and they both sold a lot of records. All right, now here's one that Ella Fitzgerald did. I don't want you, but I hate to lose you. You've got me in between the devil and the deep blue sea. I'll forgive you, 'cause I can't forget you. You've got me in between the devil and the deep blue sea. I ought to cross you off my list, but when you come knocking at my door, fate seems to give my heart a twist, and I keep running back for more. I should hate you, but I guess I love you. You've got me in between the devil and the deep blue sea. Yeah, good old Ella Fitzgerald, queen of scat. I never scatted, but she sure did a lot of the, anyway. All right. This is a Bessie Smith tune. Now, we're going way back to the, I would say probably at least early 20s. It's a long, long lane that has no turning, and the fire that always keeps me burning. Mr. Devil down below, pitchfork in his hand, and that's where you are going. Do you understand? The devil's gonna get you. The devil's gonna get you. Oh, the devil's gonna get you, man, just as soon as you're born. The devil's gonna get you. The devil's gonna get you. The devil's gonna get you the way you're carrying on. Well, you go away, stay for weeks on your doggone spree. Come back, get in bed, and turn your back on me. Oh, the devil's gonna get you. I mean, the devil's gonna get you. Man, the devil's gonna get you. Sure as you're born. There's that A minor, that minor chord in there, yeah. Now, this is a song that goes with that print right there. At the Devil's Ball. It was written by Irving Berlin. And long time ago. Had a dream last night that filled me full of fright. I dreamt that I was with the devil below in his great big fiery hall, where the devil was giving a ball. I checked my coat and hat and started gazing at the merry crowd that came to witness the show. And I must confess to you, there were many there I knew at the devil's ball. At the devil's ball, I saw a cute Miss Devil, so pretty and fat, dressed in a beautiful fireman's hat. Ephraim, the leader man who led the band last fall, he played the music at the devil's ball, in the devil's hall. I saw the funniest devil that I ever saw, taking the tickets from folks at the door. I caught a glimpse of my mother-in-law, a dancing with the devil, oh the little devil, a dancing at the devil's ball, dancing with the devil, oh the little devil, dancing at the devil's ball, dancing with the devils at the devil's ball. Yeah, Irving Berlin. It's a completely different song than Always I'll Be Loving You Always, that he wrote. I look at you and suddenly something in your eyes I see soon begins bewitching me. It's that old devil moon that you stole from the skies. It's that old devil moon in your eyes. You and your glance make this romance too hard to handle. Stars in the night blazing their light can't hold a candle to your razzle dazzle. You got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride full of butterflies inside. I wanna cry, wanna croon, I wanna laugh like a loon in that old devil moon in your eyes. Just when I think I'm free as a dove, old devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love. That's a Sarah Vaughan tune. Yeah, 1954. All right, so I'm going to take this down and I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to put this up and Shannon will show me if it's okay. All right. Now, you've heard of the night before Christmas? Well, this is 'twas the night before Halloween. All right. So, get that Halloween spirit, okay? 'Twas the night before Halloween, and all through the house, all the creatures were stirring, including the mouse. Masks, pillowcases, and matching costumes were hung by the door with care, for hopes that candy and the great pumpkin would soon be there. The children awake with spooky tales, visions of spiders and ghosts floating in their heads. Ma and I carving pumpkins with care. The crooked grinned jack-o'-lanterns would raise such a clatter, parents would have to see what was the matter. Away to the window to see a full moon glow, a witch's cackle came to follow. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, she cried. Her 8 tiny spiders pulling her up, oh, so high in the night sky. On Creepy, on Fang, on Creepella, shrieks, Hades, Lucifer, Frankenstein, and Sloan. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a jack-o'-lantern carriage filled with tricks and treats, the witch and the great pumpkin too. And then an evil cackle I heard on the roof, the tapping and scraping of each little tentacle. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney the great pumpkin came with a bound. He was dressed all in black and orange from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of tricks and treats he had flung on his back, and he looked like a monster just opening his pack. His eyes, how they glowed. His grin, how evil. His cheeks were like corpses. His nose like a rotten tomato. His droll little mouth was drawn up with fangs, and the beard of his chin was as black as night. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a ghost. He had a thin face and a large belly. He was grotesque and monster-like, and boy, was he smelly. And I cringed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know that I was very right to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the pillowcases with tricks and treats, and laying his finger inside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his pumpkin, to his team gave a howl, and away they all flew like the devil chased him. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, "Happy Halloween to all, and to all a good night." And there you go, folks. There you go. The 'twas the night before Halloween. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. He did the mash. It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash. It caught on of a flash. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. He did the mash. Let's sing it. Did the monster mash. He did the monster mash. It was graveyard smash. He did the mash. It caught on like a flash. He did the mash. He did the monster mash. You know, that was Bobby Pickett, 1962. And then remember this one. It was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Sure looks strange to me. Try to say that fast. Purple people eater. Purple people, try it, Shannon. She won't try it. Purple people eater, I'll tell you what, talk about a tongue twister. Well, that was Sheb Woolley did that, 1958. So those two songs were big hits during Halloween, right? Monster Bash and the Purple People Eater. Okay. Oh, we're going to leave that up there a bit. So I want to do this song that Frankie Lane did, Marty Robbins, Johnny Cash, a lot of great country stars did it, and but I remember the one that I really love those is Vaughn Monroe did this tune. Okay. An old colored boy went riding out one dark and windy day. On a ridge he rested as he went along his way, when all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, a-plowing through the ragged sky and up the cloudy draw. Their brands were still on fire, and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny, and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky. He saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yo, ghost riders in the sky. Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. He's riding hard to catch that herd, but he ain't caught him yet. 'cause they've got to ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride on, hear they cry. As the riders looked upon him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, a riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride. Trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo. Ghost riders in the sky. Ghost riders in the sky. I loved you oh so badly. I need you oh so badly. But I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. I thought at last I found you, but other arms surround you, and I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. If you surrender just for a tender kiss or two, you might discover I'm the lover meant for you, and I'd be true. So what's the good of all my scheming? I know I must be dreaming. I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. 1932. Now, Bing Crosby is noted on the music as one of the writers. I'm not sure if he actually co-wrote that song. Because back in those days, Bing Crosby, Eddie Cantor, Al Jolson, a lot of them had their name as a co-writer so that the music would sell faster. You know, if people saw, oh, Bing Crosby wrote that song, let's buy it, it's got to be great. And of course this song was, but I'm not sure if Bing Crosby actually co-wrote the song. But either way, it's a great tune. I don't stand a ghost of a chance with you. Okay. Now, this is a song that Bing Crosby did, and I've heard him do it, but I also have heard Thurl Ravenscroft do it. He was the one that did You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, right? Anyway, it goes there. Gather round while I elucidate what happens on outside when it gets late. Along about midnight, the ghosts and the banshees, they get together for their nightly jamboree. There's ghosts with horns and saucer eyes, and some with fangs about this size. Some short and fat, some tall and thin. Some don't even bother to wear their skin. I'm telling you, brother, it's a frightful sight to see what goes on in the night. When the spooks have them in a jamboree, they break it up with fiendish glee. The ghost so bad, but the one that's cursed is the Headless Horseman. Ooh, the Headless Horseman. Wait, Shannon, I've got the Headless Horseman. Let's put him up there. The Headless Horseman. How's that? Yeah. Okay. The Headless Horseman. My goodness. All right. You know that was from Ichabod, and I forget the name of that Disney show, but anyway, it was Big Ichabod and something. All right. So anyway, let's do this again. When the spooks have a midnight jamboree, they break it up with fiendish glee. The ghosts are bad, but the one that's great is the Headless Horseman. He's the worst when he goes a-jogging across the land, holding his noggin in his hand. The demons take a look and groan, and they hit the road for parts unknown, 'cause there's no spook like a spook that's burned. They don't like him and he's really burned. With a hip hip and a clippity clop, he's out looking for a top to chop. So don't stop to figure out a plan. You can't reason with a headless man. Okay, we're gonna take you down there. Headless Horseman. Headless Horseman, my friends. Yeah. 1949, Bing Crosby did that. Now, I want to, I'm getting close to the end, but I just want to tell you about a few songs that I'm not doing. As I told you, there's so many Halloween songs that were written. One of the songs was done called Haunted House. Now, this song was done by Gene Simmons, but not the Gene Simmons from Kiss. This is Jumpin' Gene Simmons, and he did it in 1964. It was his only record that did anything, and it was you might call it a one song wonder, but anyway. And then there are two songs, because I don't have time to do all these, but I just want to tell you about them. Louis Armstrong in 1936 did a song called Skeleton in the Closet. Now I thought I was going to do that song, so I got skeletons ready, but I don't have time to do that. So Skeleton in the Closet by Louis Armstrong, and he did that in a film called Pennies from Heaven. Then he did another song in 1954 called Spooks. But anyway, spooks, 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 those scary old spooks. Yeah, Louis Armstrong. Well, oh, and two more. There was a song called Witch's Brew, and dead leaves, seaweed, rotten eggs to stir them up in my witch's brew. Oh my goodness. A fellow by the name of Hap Palmer did that song. And then Rosemary Clooney had a couple of tunes out. She did The Wobblin' Goblin and also Punky Pumpkin. Yeah, early 50s. Well, friends, this show is different. I hope you enjoyed it. It's just, during these times of the pandemic, and there aren't very many. I don't think there's any Halloween parties and so forth. But I just wanted to. I hope you like the set that I put together. All of those, you don't have to move it, but all of those books right there are books I've collected. They're all about entertainers, entertainment, songwriters, and big bands. So I really enjoy that. That's what I have to read, folks. I have all that to read, and little by little I'm reading. I'm reading one now called Tin Pan Alley, and it's an amazing, amazing book on the songwriters of Tin Pan Alley. Well, and I had a good time putting this together, so I hope you like it. We're going to leave this set up until I do the holiday decorating for, which will be after Thanksgiving. Then I'll decorate for December. All right. Well, it is close to the end of October, and reminded me of a song. This song, actually, the lyrics were originally begun by Johnny Mercer. He didn't finish the song. He didn't finish the lyrics. And after Johnny Mercer passed away, these lyrics were found unfinished, and they were given to Barry Manilow. And Barry Manilow finished the song, the music and the lyrics. And I remember hearing my friend Rosemary Clooney, and I say friend because she was a friend. And she did this. I was there in the audience when I heard her doing this song. Anyway, folks, we're coming to the end. And when October goes, the snow begins to fly. Above the smoky roofs, I watch the planes go by. The children running home beneath a twilight sky. Oh, for the fun of them, when I was one of them. And when October goes, the same old dream appears, and you are in my arms to share the happy years. I turn my head away to hide the helpless tears. Oh, how I hate to see October go. And when October goes, the same old dream appears, and you are in my arms to share the happy years. I turn my head away to hide those tears. Oh, how I hate to see October go. It should be over now, I know. It doesn't matter how much I grow. I don't know how old I'll grow, but I hate to see October go. Yes, hate to see October go. Well, I've got something I'm gonna wear right now. Okay. I hope it stays on me. Anyway, now I'm sending this out to Doris Elsie, who lived here for quite a while, and then she moved to be near her son, and so she doesn't live in Florida anymore. So she gave me this, and I wore it. I'm one of the caller bingo callers, and so anyway, I wore this at Halloween last year. So I want to do this song, folks. When October goes, and this like a good song to end it with. So here's that song I wrote for all of you. Here's a wave. All right, don't forget to wave to your friends as you go by. Yeah. Here's a wave. Here's a wave. I'm sending it to you. Glad to see you. Glad to see ya. How do you do? You're a friend. I'm a friend. Have a good day today. Here's a wave. Here's a wave. Now I'll be on my way. Come on, let's sing it together. Here's a wave. Here's a wave. I'm sending it to you. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. How do you do? You're a friend. I'm a friend. Have a good day today. Here's a wave. Here's a wave. Now I'll be on my way. Happy Halloween, folks. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.